Man, everything is called woke nowadays, huh?
Back when we used to have female characters as main protagonists and not call the whole thing woke.
Not sure why you brought those two as examples.
Faith was called ugly, flat-chested, and politically correct because she was Asian.
That is the first time I heard of that, and I vehemently disagree on all fronts.
New Lara also got criticism for having smaller breasts.
This one I have heard. I criticized New Lara a lot, but I never brought that up, considering how much of a poorly written, delusional blank slate of a character she is even after 3 games. I would argue that her breasts are her only best traits.
I'd hope that anyone reading this that has recently criticized K-Vess takes a moment to consider this and maybe be a little more open-minded.
Yeah, I can't exactly blame people for dismissing things based on their first impressions. Kay Vess is the protagonist of Star Wars Outlaws. It's not her character design or writing I'm concerned about. I'm concerned that it's a Ubisoft Star Wars game. First impressions are inevitable. People are going to share their thoughts about all sorts of things and immediately form a conclusion about them. It doesn't matter whether it's fair or unfair. Sometimes they're right, sometimes they're wrong. One thing is for sure, sometimes your instincts are just wrong. There's a game called Snowbreak Containment Zone. It's the third-person anime shooter game that got into a bit of a hilarious debacle. The game was supposed to have English voiceovers. The developers contacted the voice actors in question to restore the English voiceovers in the game, but they refused because the game has changed its direction to fanservice. The conclusion? No plans on getting the dub back. And boy, the weebs rejoice. But hey, I gotta give the voice actors some credit. They'd rather uphold their personal principles rather than make money for a living.
I hope weebs know that they are the minority.
Wow, you just openly admitted to oppressing minorities. How dare you?
You're not normal. You're not better. You're just rude, racist, pedophilic, sexist, and a leech on everyone who's forced to deal with you. Die.
Wow, you sound salty there, bro. Do you need a hug? How about you die first if you don't want to deal with us so much? Our numbers are increasing, and it's not stopping. This world will be a nightmare for you. Seriously, I don't understand why the normies don't like the weebs so much, or at least I don't understand the vitriolic, downright murderous reaction. What's with the hate towards anime fans? Maybe this hoopla will explain something. Welcome to the NHK. I watched it. It's alright, I enjoyed it, but I distinctly remembered it because one of my otaku friends watched it and said that he was absolutely terrified of it. I can see why. It's about the horrors of being an unemployed and uneducated loser. I'm neither unemployed nor uneducated, but I am a loser, so I can both relate and feel pity for the protagonists.
They don't make anime that are so openly hostile to anime fans anymore, and that's a shame.
If I recall correctly, the story is more of a jab towards NEETs in general than anime fans. Yes, plenty of NEETs love to watch anime, but most anime fans are well adjusted and have a job. They can't buy merch otherwise.
I don't actually know what factors are to blame, if any, but at least some of it is definitely because nerd media became really freaking lucrative in the past 20 years.
Yeah, I wonder how these anime fans spend all their money on the media they love and consume when they're not employed, educated, or in training. We got a lot more hooplas coming to you all, but before we get to all those, I just want to say huge thanks to all these wonderful sponsors. You're all fantastic. If you want to see your names among these legends, then check out the links down below. Just $1, and you have supported this channel a lot. Seriously, thank you so much. And now, let's talk about how the media is shifting more into adult content. Wait, what? This person is not living on the same planet as us.
I feel like all media is drifting closer and closer to porn, and nobody wants to speak up about it for fear of being labeled a prude.
I don't know which media that you're talking about because they're not drifting into porn. They're drifting in the opposite direction. You want a perfect example? See the Mortal Kombat series.
If your definition of porn is broad enough, I think female porn addicts actually outnumber male porn addicts by a significant margin.
That's not a bad thing in my book. More fan service for all genders is better for all media. I'm not gonna judge women for liking attractive men, but unfortunately, women won't give us the same courtesy. If you like attractive women, you're an evil person in some way or another. So yeah, I would love to live in this ideal world where media is drifting into porn, but that's not the world that I'm living in. Then again, this is a random take from the internet. Maybe this is from another universe. This leads us to the next topic that totally disputes this idea even more, which is censorship. Well, this was a poor justification for censorship. Recently, the writer of The Office UK and Whitley from Portal 2, Stephen Merchant, talk about how comedy is policed by the left. But the complaint will forever be mulled because of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, or at least according to this person. That's odd because there are a couple of episodes of that show that are removed from streaming services. That actually reinforces the point that there are some censor-happy people around here. But apparently, this is a good thing?
You can count them on one hand. The guys on Sunny know to move with the times, instead of being a whiny bitch about it. Clear now.
Okay, so I guess censorship is perfectly fine if it adheres to the current year's standards, right? What are the episodes anyway? These are all the episodes, and all of them involve D. Reynolds' racist caricatures. That's all there is to it. The episodes are removed because of racist caricatures. If you want to watch those episodes, I guess Sailing the Seven Seas is the only way to do it. And because censorship exists, I don't understand why people think that we're shifting more into adult content, which is why Sailing the Seas is still a preferable alternative to streaming. Unlike most people nowadays, I still listen to songs through MP3s, not MP3 players, the file format MP3. I don't have Spotify, but I do have YouTube Music that comes free with my YouTube Premium subscription. I can see the appeal of streaming music. Some people can't.
I genuinely don't understand people who stream music instead of downloading or buying or pirating it and listening to it whenever they want.
It's because of convenience, plain and simple. Downloading from YouTube, converting it to MP3, and putting all the necessary information is a lot of work. I recommend JDownloader 2 to download the music, Music Brains Picard to grab the album cover in another database, and File Converter to convert to MP3.
I don't use streaming. Inkel's staring at the 638 gigabytes of music clogging up their computer.
For one, that's a good thing. For two, I don't think most people's music collection would go that far in gigabytes. And for three, hard drives are super affordable right now. Seriously, pirate all the way and invest in some hard drives. And finally, let's talk about people who, for some reason, decided to live incredibly dangerously. This is an odd thing to harp on.
Why do people on here fearmonger cigarettes so much?
Because cigarettes are bad for your health. I'm not a fan of vaping or smoking or all that stuff. A lot of people aren't either. It's not that hard to grasp.
Like, there are so many worse things you could be putting in your body.
That's true, but most of them are either illegal or not designed for consumption. Drugs are a lot harder to find than cigarettes or vapes here. The danger doesn't come from how much effect it gives to the body. The danger is how easily accessible it is. It'd be like assessing the damage of a kitchen knife and a nuclear bomb. Yeah, the nuclear bomb's gonna devastate an entire population, but it's not readily available to kill you as the kitchen knife next room. And yes, the community notes hot into this as well. Yes, there are worse things you could put inside your body, but unlike bleach or rat poison, cigarettes and vapes are designed to be consumed. By humans, I mean, not rats. Shouldn't use the rat poison example. And that's all for the video today. Thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to click the like button and subscribe for more. Don't forget to check out my AV Show stream channel, link down below. Go subscribe as always. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you all next time.